Even though Alexander and I had divorced, he always found an excuse to visit the children. Upon knowing that the twins' names were already decided, he gave me a bittersweet smile. He bought the children a big cradle along with numerous toys. And I realized that those were the items that I had ordered custom-made when I was previously pregnant. After miscarrying, those were useless, and Alexander had cancelled the entire order heavy-heartedly. Then, on the day of the twins' first-month party, Alexander showed up excitedly, bringing the family heirloom of small bracelets. He clutched his son tightly as if afraid to be separated. Other pack members that were present were pleasantly surprised, and Mary asked me hesitantly, "Luna, is it impossible for you and Alpha to get back together? Our Silver Moon pack has only recognized one Luna, and that will be you. It's your children's birthright to be the heir of this pack. I'm afraid if Tiffany wins, you along with the children will lose all their rights." The Alpha seems to be regretting what he has done. I smile sadly, shaking my head. People like Alexander are prideful but naive. He played around with Tiffany while feeling secure that I would never know of his cheating. Now that I have finally left him, if he leaves Tiffany too, then in the eyes of the world he would be a fool who lost everything. He still thinks that Tiffany is innocent and what they have is true love. As expected, Alexander's phone rang after only a few minutes. I glanced at the screen and saw the name My Love flashing. It was disgusting how he still trusted her after she attacked his children. "It must be your girlfriend. You can take your leave." He winced, embarrassed that his mate, mother of his children, was referring to another woman as his girlfriend, but he chose to pick up at the end. "Alexander, Alex, my water broke and I am bleeding heavily." The voice of a sobbing woman could be heard clearly. Alexander jumped into action, trying to calm her down. "Don't worry, Tiffany. I will come to get you, don't panic." After that, he did not even turn to look at us and left hurriedly, making even Mary grit her teeth in anger. While the room elected in murmurs, I should be silent, watching Alexander go with ridicule in my eyes. I was calm, almost eerily so. I was waiting for the right moment and for the perfect time to strike back. A month passed and I received a call from an unknown number. "Serena, I cannot explain in words how sorry I am to break you apart with Alex. I'm sorry, but please understand that love cannot be forced, and Alexander loves me too much, but he is constantly worrying about you and his children." The smile that graced my lips was carefree, knowing that the call was on speaker, and Alexander wanted to clear up the misunderstanding. "It's alright, I have forgiven you for being a homewrecker a long time ago. I heard from fellow pack members that previously you were the wife of the Black Shadow Pack's member who was a mere god. Being too incompetent, he could not provide for you and you suffered a lot before running away to our pack to start anew. How can I blame you when you just wanted to live a better life?" The silence that extended after my words was filled with Alexander's angry accusations, and soon the phone was hung up. A day later, I again got a call from Tiffany, her voice dripping with anger and contempt. "You bitch, what was that last night? Do you think you can make Alexander leave me by revealing my past? I'm getting married to Alexander, and guess what? The date has been settled in a week after talking to you yesterday. I should be thanking you for being so stupid and giving Alexander a divorce, so don't be shy about coming to celebrate with us. If I, the new Luna, would be happy with your performance, I might even make you one of my bridesmaids." I didn't get angry at all and rather replied cheerfully, "How kind of you to worry about me, when in reality, you should be worrying about yourself. I wish you a great marriage, or that is if you can actually pull it through." Just a day before Alexander and Tiffany's wedding, I called my lawyer. "Madam, we have prepared all the pieces of evidence." The eldest doctor of the pack investigated the pregnancy report only to find out that it was forged. Tiffany was never pregnant. When I saw her at Alexander's house before my delivery, I noticed that while fighting, a pregnant woman's first instinct is to protect their belly, but Tiffany was carefree. Even those high heels she wore did not make much sense. After the divorce, my lawyer and I were working tirelessly to unveil the truth, only to find out that my suspicions were not unfounded. "Do we have concrete evidence?" "Yes, ma'am. Have also collected videos where Miss Tiffany can be seen bribing an intern doctor to create fake ultrasound images for her. According to our investigation of her previous pack, she had a lot of illicit relations and was pregnant 3 times where she chose to abort the fetus. Her husband divorced her out of shame when he found out that she had drugged the Alpha to have his child. In reality, she is sterile after too many abortions and can never have children." I secretly dispatched all the shreds of evidence to Alexander in the morning, but the secretary made a mistake and took the envelope to the wedding venue. Surprisingly, while unwrapping expensive gifts to show off, Tiffany herself was the one to open the envelope in front of everyone, thinking that it was cash, and shocked the papers slipped from her hands, making Alexander pick them up. His face changed colors, turning ashen when he read the documents one by one. In the middle of the ceremony, the pack doctor was called, who told the truth. His words could have been ignored if it wasn't for the videotape that I sent in the envelope. The truth was ugly, and Alexander trembled in rage when the doctor said that not only was Tiffany not pregnant but was also sterile after sleeping with a lot of men and constantly having abortions. Alexander ripped open her wedding dress and, in front of everyone, pulled out a wad of cotton she had stuffed under her gown to fake a baby bump. Alexander slapped Tiffany so hard that she fell down crying. Alexander did not even realize that people watched him like he was a joke. Tiffany hurriedly tried to cover her modesty as she kept crying pitifully. Alex, please listen to me, baby. I did it because we loved each other a lot. I was scared at the thought of losing you. You promised to love me forever and make me your Luna. Please, Alex, please forgive me once. She clutched onto his clothes only for Alexander to kick her away as he seethed in anger. Serena said that you tried to kill her and our child. She said again and again that it was you who threw that carcass in front of her house, but I kept believing in you. And this is how you repay me, you whore. You plan to kill my wife and children today. I will not leave you alive. Alexander could not control himself and partially transformed. His sharp claws held Tiffany with so much force that her face went blue due to the lack of oxygen. She was almost conscious when Alexander let her fall and kick her over, a pool of blood forming on the ground. The guests quickly rushed to separate him away from the woman who was almost on the watch of death. The elder in council got involved and Alexander was removed from the alpha position. For 5 years, his younger brother became the alpha and took care of my children very well, saddened by his brother's behavior. 5 years have passed, and it was Gabriel and Troy's first day at school when Alexander came back from the foreign territory where he was banished as a punishment. On his wedding with Tiffany, he had beaten her so much that she collapsed and fell into a coma. Even after 5 years, there was no sign of recovery. Even the doctor sighed while looking at her case and told the pack that even if she were to wake up, she would continue living in a vegetative state. Alexander did not seem to regret his actions though. He was an alpha and no punishment could stop him from entering his pack in secrecy. All these past years, I frequently had a feeling of being watched by familiar eyes. There were anonymous notes delivered to my home asking the well-being of me and my children. Being able to guess who was the sender, I never bothered to respond. What happened was a catastrophe and I did not wish to dwell in the past. When I went to pick up the twins from the school, I was astonished to see them playing with a familiar figure, but as soon as they saw me, they rushed to my side with their arms thrown open. Mommy, Gabriel kissed my cheek, and Troy hugged me tightly. Alexander the first acknowledged the man and he looked at me and the children with tears in his eyes. Mommy, who is that? Troy whispered to me. I have never intended to hide the truth from them, thus I was going to introduce Alexander as their father. Hey man, I'm your mother's childhood friend. You can call me Uncle Alex. I was going to refute him when he shook his head, smiling sadly. He didn't wish the children to remember him as a father who betrayed their mother and threw them away. Thus he was cautious and miserable when he kneeled in front of us. Uncle had a pretty rough time, so can you come and let me hug you? While Alexander said that his eyes deviated from me to the children and again to me as if reminiscing the time when we used to embrace each other whenever we had a rough day. The twins looked up at me, and when I smiled they hesitantly went to Alexander, who scooped up the two children in his arms before embracing them tightly as tears streamed down his face. He kissed them numerous times before letting go. Gabe, Troy, see, I have brought you your favorite ice cream. It's in the car, so hurry up. The twins, excited by the ice cream, ran away with faces blooming with laughter. Serena, you raised our children so well. If our firstborn wouldn't have died due to me, then we would be having 3 children, maybe 4. He laughed amidst tears. I lost our family, I lost you, and in the end I lost myself. If there is a next life, I would like to meet you, Serena, treat you much better and love you wholeheartedly. But sadly this time, I lost all of you. With that, he turned and walked away. I stood there for moments to come before a tear trailed my eyes. Now my children were my world.